You need to stop convincing yourself. What do I exactly mean by that? What I mean by that is, let's say, for example, you were attempting to approach a girl that you find attractive, right? A beautiful girl. And obviously, if it's your first time especially, you're going to feel nervous, right? You're going to feel nervous approaching this girl. Why would you bother having a mental tug of war on what to do in that particular situation? You have two sides of your brain, right? The PFC, or the prefrontal cortex, and the amygdala, which are two opposing parts of the brain. And what I mean by that is the PFC will usually encourage you or sort of drive you to do the tasks which require willpower, require discipline, which are usually delayed gratification tasks, such as, doing the dishes, studying. This part of your brain will encourage you to do the tasks which don't feel good but will yield returns later on. And the amygdala is the other side of the brain, which is primarily used for, evolutionarily it was used to protect your body, or to protect the human in dire situations, right? But a lot of the time it can hold people back because it will encourage you to pursue comfort rather than discomfort, which in many cases discomfort is needed for you to, do the task which is going to make you a better person in the material world, right? So like I said, you'll have a mental tug of war while you're approaching that girl, with the amygdala telling you to be safe, it's not worth it. You're going to feel awkward, you're going to feel scared, just leave it, you can try again. And the PFC will push you to do the right thing, which is approach that girl, you only have one shot, what if you never see her again? So the two sides of the brain clashing, arguing with each other over which activity to do, which is to either approach her or to not approach her, right? But what my point is you're supposed to momentarily suspend thinking, as I said. Just ignore both sides of the brain, including the side of the brain, the PFC, which is telling you to actually do the right thing to approach her. Many times in life you'll see yourself have sort of friction, right? Friction because of these two opposing sides of the brain telling you to do a certain task, which is approaching that person you want to speak to, the girl, starting the task, starting the YouTube channel which you always wanted to start but you were too worried to do that, right? You will have two sides of your brain constantly arguing with each other to make you choose to do the thing that you think is the right thing to do. Don't rely on conviction for you to do the right thing. Don't convince yourself, even if the PFC is convincing you to do the right thing, that this is the right thing to do. Rely on systems. Rely on a default state of action, which is, I will do this even if it feels uncomfortable. I will do this even if it feels unpleasant. Just rely on a default state of taking action rather than having to convince yourself over a long period of time that this is the right thing to do. So ignore both sides of your brain, including the PFC, that this is the right thing to do. Just do it. Just ignore all thinking. Don't have that mental tug of war. Don't have that anxiety because of your amygdala whispering into your ear that this is not worth doing, right? Just ignore both sides of your brain and do the right thing regardless. Do what you think is going to make you better than yesterday. And that usually involves you just stop convincing yourself that this is the right thing to do. Just do the right thing regardless. Ignore both sides of the brain, even the one that's convincing you to do the right thing. And you'll see how much your life changes and how much time you'll save. So yeah, you can have that one.